That's practicing health. See, this is what I've always wondered, because you can't actually die. They don't auto recover, and the opponent health, can they actually die now? No, they can't. So they still can't actually die. Recoverable limit. Yeah, they can't die. No matter what you do, they cannot die. But I guess it's cool to see, because before you couldn't do this. I guess it's cool to now see, you know, how much damage you would do in a combo. For example, oh wait, wrong thing. It's opponent actual health, right? So for example, they have 50%. If I wanted to see if this combo kills, oh shit, I already had 2 million this. That would kill. There we go. 95 damage. Oops. Yeah, player rage is here. So I can set it to rage or to no rage, and if I put on rage, I'm assuming I'll do more damage than before. Anyway, that's rage. That's pretty cool that you can even set that and change that. Anyway, not set. So there's no rage. That's cool. What else in that regard? Is that it? In practice mode, offense added a setting for the number of contacts that switch the opponent's behavior. Offense. What's it talking about? Ah, action change conditions. So there's if statements now. 1 or more hits or block. So I can set it so that, oh, so if I was labbing a certain situation, I can make make it that if it's 2 hits on block, then they attempt to do something afterwards. So then that way, that's a good improvement. So for example, if I said doom doom, and then I set the punish to be, just for example, that's counter hit, right? So just for example, because I can't play Steve. So if I say obviously he attempts to press now. But if I did one jack, he's not pressing. But if I press, I'm cooked. Or that's cool. That's a cool feature. So now you can do it up to 5 hits. So I'm guessing that's dependent on a string, or if you get hit twice. So that's really good now. So now it's like if you got hit, you can now practice this. If you like not got hit, but like if you hit an opponent and they done a certain reaction, because you know what I think it is, they've realized that people will play fucking scrubby in this game. They realize that people will attack when they put on hit, and they know that it's infuriating that you can't actually lab that situation outside of the replay mode. So now I think they've added it so when you're in the game, when you're in the practice mode trying to recreate that situation with different moves that they may try to do, you can see what moves you are able to get by with. So for example, me now knowing that that if he does 2 hits, he's gonna do back 1, right? I can do this, stay back and launch instead. Or if I do this, I just have to duck and not press a button. Depending on, you know. Or if I do this, he's gonna press on that. But that's quite cool. That's a very neat feature. What else? So, what was I looking at? So I press L2, I can jump to. So instead of doing, it's just an adjustment to Oh, because if you press the right, you switch to displays. So it's kind of the same thing, but it leaves you at the top of the list, so that's quite cool. Switch filter. Wait, what's this? So they said it switches filters to specific techniques, right? Yeah, it said touchpad, all techniques of icons. Oh, I see. Okay. So if you wanted to know quickly how to, like, what the tracking moves, it will show you all the characters' tracking moves. That's fucking sick. Okay, that's really cool. That is really good. If you want to know all the tailspin moves that that character can possibly do, you'll see. That is a really good, helpful training feature, because you obviously can learn how to, yeah, you can learn how to kind of learn how to play your character and what moves you should be using for tailspin. That's super good. It reduces the amount of time it takes you to learn a new character, because you don't have to look for it and scan it. Now it's like, okay, what is this character's tailspin moves? What is this character's heat engages? Well, that shows you anyway. What are this character's, oh, what is this? Erases, oh, moves that erase health. You see how his one is only rage art. If it was Nina or Dragunov, it would have multiple. Are these all the icons? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it's only, there's only so much it will show you. It'll only show you the ones with the icons. So like, it won't show you counter hits. If it went a step further and showed you counter hits, that would be super, super helpful. But then that would kind of ruin the fun and learning it yourself, right? It also reduced the amount of time it takes you to learn the character even more drastically, because if it told you how which counter hit, that'd be really cool. Because as it stands, there isn't a way, I don't think it tells you. Like, it doesn't tell you what moves are counter hit. So yeah, just reviewing all the changes for practice mode. There's some nice overhauls. You can switch sides, you can go from this wall to the other wall without having to, you know, that's a really small adjustment, but that's really good. You now have health info at the very top, so you can now actually see how much health it is, how much points, health points, that kind of stuff you weren't able to see before. How much health points it takes, you know, for certain combos, how it works when it comes to the damage versus health points. That's really good for understanding the game in that way. So the health info is okay, very specific need. The restart settings are really good now. You're able to change the stage environment now to even and day. That is really cool. I didn't even know you could do that, but that's really cool. You can change the camera position to be on the opposite side if you don't want to be like facing this side. You want to practice on the right side instead of having to swap them around. Again, really small change, but really impactful. For example, if you're a Mishima practicing your combos on both sides, you can say, okay, I'm done with this side. Swap opposite position. Boom. And then from there, you're back doing all of this. Honestly, I'm not sure if that wasn't just the same as switch position. I'm sure that was basically the same thing, if I'm honest with you. So maybe there's something about it that I'm missing? Because I don't see the difference from switch position to camera position. Camera will be set to opposite side on restart. Switch places with CPU on opponent. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why they've done it twice. I stay on this side, but if I do, yeah, no, man, I don't understand this. Camera position is kind of the same thing as the switch position, unless I'm missing a like very important detail about the camera selection. I'm looking at it again. You won't be able to see it. The camera position, allowing players to swap sides to restart it. I don't know if suspicions wasn't already there, but maybe you couldn't stay swapped. Yeah, I don't quite get this change. Switches opponent on a thingy. Player will switch position with CPU on restart. Player will not switch. So then what's the difference between camera? Anyway, that's cool. Status record from first status, that's always been there. Restart position, that's cool. I don't quite understand that one there. The camera position and the switch positions are kind of basically the same thing. But yeah, anyway, the fact that you can now activate rage and not activate, you can see what you kind of damage you could be doing with a normal combo without having to put yourself in low health. And again, you couldn't put yourself in low health before because of how the game was. So that's really good. It's really good adjustments. And of course, this is probably the biggest change. The action change conditions, whether it's up to 5 hits on block, 5 hits on block or in hit, you know, what you can make the opponent do a certain thing. That's really handy for, you know, working out how it works. Super good. That's a super good change in my eyes. For offense, yeah, that's super good. You can be attacking, you can see how long it takes before they decide to do something crazy or do an attack. You can see how much interval time you have, like, you know. Yeah, no, in terms of the practice mode settings, that's actually really cool. Those are some neat features, no one asked for them, but the fact that they saw it and they acknowledged it, I don't know whether that's hurrah, they're listening to some of the community, and the community have addressed some problems and then they've just used that and applied it in the game. But that's a really good change. The fact that they've added online practice mode as well, which is really good as well. But I think that's it for the practice mode. I don't think there's anything else that I haven't already seen. And obviously, right, forgot to say, the move list is really good. You can now check your main techniques, your normal techniques, your special style now if you're one of those people using them. And you can obviously, if you want to get to the middle of a certain section about pressing the right D-pad and just going down like that, you can now go to the headers, R2 or L2 or LT or RT, whichever your console preference you play on. R2, 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 special move. And if you want to know a specific move about a character, like with the icons, for example, all your armor moves of the character, you press touchpad. Tracking, tailspin moves that will cause a tailspin if you do a move in a combo. So it shortens how long it takes you to do a combo, how long it takes you to learn what a combo is, and how long your essential moves are with your armor and heat engages. So that's really helpful too. But yeah,